Hi, and welcome to the wrongest of ways. And maybe you were thinking, oh, I'll buy an electric unicycle and I'll be fine. That's it. That's all of the money that I need to spend. No. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you what else you need to buy if you buy a affordable kind of wheel, a intermediate slash mid-range kind of wheel, or a top of the pops, massive, bombastic, extreme sports dirt bike equivalent like the Veteran Lynx. Let me tell you more about it. Wrong way. All right, so let's start with the first category right away. And for me, the first category, which is affordable, are wheels without suspension in the neighborhood of €1,000. You can get cheaper, you can get more expensive, but having no suspension usually means it's cheaper than with suspension, of course. So in this example, we have the Emotion V8S. This is the V8S, which is also available at monaco.eu. Coupon code wrongway if you want to get a 5% discount. And this is a very usual wheel. It's pretty light, as you can see. I can lift it up. What, 14, 15 kilograms or more? 16? 15.8. This first category is for the commuters, for the ones that want to do flat ground tricks. Nothing too fancy, but I guess the best bang for the buck if you want to go especially short distances and still be able to carry the wheel and have a wheel that is quite easy to learn, especially compared to the more expensive, heavier ones. All right, let me show you what else you need to buy when also getting a Emotion V8S or some other wheel in this category. All right, so some people want to stay really safe with the gear and they have all of the gear right away, a full face helmet, motorcycle jacket, the strongest knee pads, motorcycle boots, but at the same time I feel like this might be a little bit overkill for your first small EUC. I think it's even more valuable to be a bit more careful, to maybe learn how you fall before you even try riding the unicycle, get a little bit into shape, and this will prevent the falls in the first place, because even if you have gear, you can get hurt as well. With that said, I would say that the optimum kind of gear and stuff you need for a commuter affordable kind of wheel is knee pads. Those are just really usual knee pads for rollerblading, pretty cheap. You will get some wrist guards, and wrist guards always help with EUCs. Pretty similar to rollerblading, you want to use those not to have your wrists hurt. You'll get a helmet. This is a half shell. You can get a full face, but I don't know, with the speeds that I've been riding on EUCs, especially those smaller ones, I found this to be not enough agreeable. I found this to be, I remember now, I was looking for the word adequate. Like, I ride with this half shell. Of course, it's not as safe as a full face. If you want to have the full safety, wear a full face, but this is usually what I wear when I ride a small EUC or also when I teach people. If you want to, by the way, have lessons with me, feel free to contact me via, I guess, email. And the last thing I wanted to show is riding glasses. Now, those are photochromic and they cost a little bit more than, you know, you have maybe in your budget. I don't know, maybe not. You know, just having something in your eye is terrible if you ride like a wasp, a bee, other insects. So yeah, I guess those things would be the things I would buy with a, you know, affordable beginner EUC or an EUC made for commuting. All right, so now we move on to the mid-range category. So this will be your wheels that have suspension around €2,000. You can go a little bit cheaper, you can go a bit more expensive. Nosfet Aero, Bigot C8, Bigot T4, and of course the Kingsong S19 that we have here. All right, so on the Kingsong S19 you already have pads that are stock on the wheel, but if you start to ride a little bit more downstairs, if you start to do a bit more off-roading on your commute, it's probably you'll buy yourself some pads. Those are Grizzla Flows. I made the video about them. About €150 to €200. You can select your colors for it, you can personalize them, and of course there's a wrong way coupon to get a discount for these pads. Now when it comes to other accessories in terms of the wheel, probably you'll buy yourself a charger. This is a pit zoom charger. It is adjustable with its voltage, with its amperage, and therefore with your wheel that has maybe not as much range as other high-end wheels, you'll be able to still go far and charge quickly on the go. So usually with those wheels you charge them in about 4 to 5 hours out of the factory, maybe 6 hours, but with a quick charger you can get it down to an hour or two, depending on what's the capability of the wheel and what's the capability of the charger. Those are pretty expensive, like $250 coupon code for this as well. I mean, they look cool, but you know, use whatever floats your boat. Now, in terms of gear, let's start right here. It did rhyme. So the thing I have on is a sort of motorcycle style hoodie, and I have protectors in here. Those are level 1, but you can get level 2 as well. On my shoulders as well, and on my back. Reverse Tarzan. And we also have a layer of Kevlar inside that protects us. Where is it? Let's peek through here. You can see the yellow sort of stuff. You can see that here is a sort of abrasion resistant layer, and this will protect your skin from road rashes. Usually those jackets go up and then you have scars here. I have scars here as well. But it will protect you from most of the stuff. Now further on with the gear, I have some, those are actually brand new. I didn't ride in those, but I love the company, Fuse protectors. Pretty strong from the front. We have also some padding on the side, and those go below my pants. Now I see a lot of people riding in the Liad dual axis. Those are of course also fine. I just prefer a more understated sort of look a bit on my riding sort of style right now. So that's why I wear those, and they also fit perfectly onto your leg. And I wear them usually on top of some sort of baggy jeans. And those are from New Yorker, from the women's section. So pro tip. Some gloves, sort of dirt bike / mountain bike gloves, just to have something to protect your fingers. Now when it comes to helmets, there's plenty of helmets to choose from, but mainly you'll be choosing between a full face downhill helmet or a full face or open face motorcycle helmet. So let me tell you what are the biggest benefits of either one of those. Now the mountain bike helmet will be a lot lighter, and this one has a detachable chin piece, so I can use it also as a open face. Really love the helmet, and the Bell helmets also protected me on quite a bit of falls. I had the Bell Super Air R before, and this is the Bell Super DH. Not too warm in the winter, doesn't protect you a lot when you ride in rain, but this is what you want to have if you want to have, you know, something lighter on your head. Slightly less protection, I believe at least, than motorcycle helmets, but hey, for me, usually this was doing the job. Now on the other hand, we have this Kaberg. I don't think it's actually available in the US or in Canada, but it's a open face motorcycle helmet with a flip up visor. So this doesn't protect your chin. No, it's not a full face helmet. So if you want the ultimate protection, get a full face helmet. You just see a lot less in them, and they're a lot heavier. So this weighs around, what, 1,100 grams, while motorcycle helmets start at around 1,400 grams and go even heavier. So this is sort of my favorite choice in terms of, I know, intermediate kind of riding, not too dangerous, but already quite a bit of fun. And the best thing about them is that they're really quiet. You can wear your glasses with them. I'm a glasses wearer. They're great in the rain. So there is no sort of air intakes in here, and you have the visor. So if you commute the whole year, probably a motorcycle helmet will be a lot better for you compared to a downhill mountain bike helmet. All right, so Serge just reminded me behind the camera, what about the prices? Of course, here they go. So yeah, you have to already spend a lot more in this department, especially on the accessories, not only on the wheel. So you need to keep that in mind. A lot more than in the first category. All right, so it's time for the extreme, top of the top, hardcore riders, off-road, motocross, dirt bike equivalent setup of doom. All right, so let's start with the veteran links. In this category, you'll pay a lot for a wheel. Like if you want to have the most powerful wheel, if you want to have the most performance, if you want to like do really stupid things with the wheel, or if you just want to go somewhere really far, you need to pay for the battery. So the prices start at 3,000 euro and just go upwards from that. So, you know, 3,500 euro, 4,000 euro. How much is the Oryx? 4,500? I think even 4,700. Prices for wheels are very, very expensive. I mean, you can get a pretty reasonable minivan for that price that has probably quite a bit of mileage and is rusty and probably will break down very soon. In any case, you will pay a lot for the wheel, but you will pay a lot as well, not even more, but a lot for all the things that you need or that would be cool to have along with the wheel. Getting some pads is a must-have. Those are the Grizzla Sync pads. I made a video about them. Terrific. I love them 200 euro. And you will need to buy yourself pedals too, because those pedals, NyloNove pedals with MTB studs, will be a hell of a lot better than the stock ones on the Lynx. But this is another 250 bucks, so put that on top of the already pretty high amount of money that you need to spend. And we also have a fairing plate and bumpers, which are aftermarket here. So this is another probably 300 bucks. Just so you know, so you just don't get a wheel and then suddenly you're like, oh, why am I out of money? Because with those, you know, the fairing plate is important. You can just put the pads further and it will protect your wheel. But hey, I guess whatever is a good excuse to get those for yourself because they look cool. You can also get a custom light or aftermarket light around 200 bucks. And then you can also have a beam that is not blinding. So, yeah. Then we have a full face motocross helmet. This is the Klim F3 Carbon. I got this off from a promotion. Yeah, you can get motocross helmets that are both cheaper and more expensive. This is just a favorite one for me because it's light, 1,100 grams, very quiet. There's no like wind noise in it. And there's also a lot of air flowing through it. So if you do off-roading, this is very important for you. On this helmet as well, I have an intercom. It's not a must-have, but if you ride in a group, it will be a lot better to ride with intercoms because you can just communicate with each other. You can listen to music. And here, the Senna is my favorite. This is the Senna ST1. And this is about 150, 250 bucks, depending on if you get it in a duo pack, depending on where you buy it, etc., etc. But this is really awesome. Here we have the crash pants. In Polish, Emma says it's pancergacie, and I love this name, like panzer pants, tank pants, pant tanks. Usually when you fall, especially off-road, or even anywhere, you will hurt your hips. And your hips won't lie, they will hurt. So here you have padding on the side that will protect you, and those are maybe not perfect for me because they're definitely meant for cycling. Maybe I need to buy some different crash pants, maybe from Fuse. You could also get a tailbone protector here. You also get that if you would buy, for example, motorcycle pants. You can get those as well. I have those, but I just stopped riding in them because they're just too heavy and too warm when I ride on an electric unicycle. Then we have the Fuse. Oh my God, I love them so much. Those are the Fuse knee protectors with shin guards. This will save your legs and shins. Like, how many times did you hit your EUC here with your shin? And then you are just crying like a baby when no one was watching. I know I did. Until I got those knee protectors. They protect you here in the front. They have a, of course, knee protector. They have protection on the side. Here's a little bit of padding. And they just stay on as they should. Really awesome. They're totally worth the investment. Now, on myself, I have EUC armor. I am not the biggest fan of this particular armor, and I think maybe like X Fusion armor might be better, but I still have it. So sometimes if I do something really, really dumb, I wear the Liat AirFit Hybrid. So it's both gas and battery. In any case, lots of protection, and especially the most important thing here, you might fall frontwards, front first, so you want to protect your ribs. So yeah, you have some chest protection here, elbows, bicep protection, shoulders, back. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't like to wear those like off-roading jerseys all that much. So, usually I just wear my hoodie on top of that, just to look a little bit more casual. So yeah, that's a little bit more chill and doesn't look so, you know, aggressive as those motocross shirts or tank tops. But whatever floats your boat. If they're like better for breathability or whatever, then wear those. I just like to be a bit of a skater vibe, if I say so myself. Oh, and shoes. Shoes, I just wear those. I wear the Adidas 510 mountain bike shoes, which are called Freeride. I used to wear motorcycle shoes, but I didn't feel very loose, and that's why I had grip to lose, and I didn't feel that comfortable in them. I didn't feel the wheel, and you can still hurt yourself, so I prefer these kind of shoes. Or perhaps shoes that go maybe above your ankle. That's probably a wiser choice, but I'm just super comfortable in those. Now, in terms of further accessories, oh, I forgot about one thing. Where is it? Now, in terms of further accessories, we have still the pit zoom charger. I also bring in a Psych Plus tire inflator. I have them linked below as well. Really cool to have this on the go. Just pump up your tire, check your pressure. They have many different models. And I also have this abomination, which I got from Pit Zoom. Huge thanks, by the way, to the Pit Zoom guys for sending me this. This is your road trip companion if you go with many EUCs. So this goes into a EV charging station, EV plug. And on the other side, you have 3 separate phases of 3.6 kilowatts of power. So if you are in a bigger group, especially if you ride wheels like those, you will come into the very quick realization that probably your restaurant can't handle 5 kilowatts of charging of 5 wheels. So then you will need this. Okay, it's not excited anymore. To charge your friend's wheels. And your friends as well. This particular accessory, I don't think it's yet available at Pit Zoom. Shoot them an email if you want something like that. I guess it would be anywhere around 50 to 100 bucks. Oh yeah, here's some additional lights on the Grizzla Pads. So this will cost you whatever the Grizzla site says they cost. All right, so to sum it up quickly, the extreme category. It made me quite uncomfortable about my spendings. All right, I feel very Polish right now, and let's conclude it all. Now, I made those categories up just to make it a little bit more simpler to understand, maybe what's overkill for a certain scenario and what is adequate. And of course, you can, wear the different knee pads if you have a Kingsong S19, or you can, have a different helmet if you ride an Emotion V8. It's, up to you. I just wanted to share with you my experience, what works best when I use each of those types of wheels, because I use them all. I sometimes ride a V8 I didn't ride for a long time, but a Kingsong 16S. I ride the Lynx. I ride, a NOSFET Aero, which is not what I'm pointing at, but I also ride those types of wheels. So with that said, I hope that this video was a bit helpful for you. I don't know what position this is, but if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon, honeymoon.